Intensity Techniques Volume 5, and it's the giant set. All right, guys and girls, I am so excited to bring you this video for multiple reasons, but one is a longtime idol of mine growing up in the training world was Milos Sarcev. Not only was he an incredible bodybuilder, but I always looked up to him because I used to watch him train all the pros, and I thought, man, if I could just be there one day to go through a session with him like that, and then on the other side, to be able to coach athletes at a high level like that was always a dream of mine as a young kid when I was getting into bodybuilding. And I never knew I'd be able to be a coach eventually one day, but it's funny how that works out, right? But back to the topic at hand, giant sets. I'm sure people have done it before Milos, but he's the one who really popularized it in my mind, or made it famous, was him. So let's start here. What are giant sets? And to me, giant sets are anything that involve 4+ exercises done back to back to back. And if you notice in this example, I'm not sprinting between exercises, but I'm also not taking my time. And most of the handles that I'm choosing today for back, the first 3 that I choose require no straps. So if I was gonna do more of these rounds, this would be a good warm-up round. And I'm not gonna strap into warm-up weight. But when I got into my working rounds of this exercise, this is ideally where I would use VersaGrips or chalk, quick straps, something like that, right? Because I want to be able to strap into the Cybex row, the DY, the dumbbell row, where on the first 3, using the rope in both the mag grips for the pull downs and the seated cable row, if you notice, that requires no strap. So that's going to be no wasted time. I'm going to be able to get into the exercises fastly and efficiently and not have to worry about grip strength. So when you're choosing your exercises for your giant sets, to me, it makes the most logical that they're in a singular location, meaning I was all in this front room at Elite, and then also that I'm at the gym when it's not busy. Because you know the number 1 rule of being a douchebag in the gym, and that's taking up 46 machines. So if you're in a busy gym and say train at 5 or 6 o'clock p.m., this is not NOT for you. Even though it's a great little combo, and I love this intensity technique to flush blood into the muscle, get a huge pump, test your cardiovascular endurance and hearts, this may not be for you. Now, can you do this intelligently and logically for some body parts like triceps or biceps? Without a doubt. Because I think if you've watched me do this Flex Lewis giant set, all I need is 1 or maybe even 2 cables at most to complete the entire giant set for triceps. So again, you have to be smart. So in this example of back today, if you look at the straight arm pull downs, the lat pull downs, to seated cable row, all of that for me is going to be predominantly lat focused. Next, I'm getting to that Cybex row, which is starting to transition all the lat into more upper back, even though I still have a neutral grip. From there, it's over to the low lat exercise of the DY row, and then finally I'm finishing with an entirely upper back exercise with a semi-pronated dumbbell row. So if you look when I'm setting up these exercises, I'm choosing all exercises that keep me within the same muscle group, but I'm working different areas, or I'm emphasizing different areas of the back within each individual exercise. So with the giant set, I think you'll find that anyone out there, if you have really poor cardio, this is gonna be hard. It's gonna challenge you. It's gonna test your VO2 max. And a lot of times people run into exhaustion before they run into muscle fatigue. And if that's you, guess what? It's time to do some HIIT cardio, bro. It's time to clean that diet up. It's just the truth. These are hard. And I've done these for an entire summer with one of my buddies, and people would join us and we would beat them into the fucking ground because they couldn't keep up with that pace and intensity, because what I will refer to as workout capacity, meaning the amount of exercise we can do with as little rest period as possible, is just low on the totem pole. They train like powerlifters. They talk, they play on their phones, they are texting, they're staring at some chick's ass. Like, if you're about that life, this is gonna humble you and fast. So if you want something that really pushes you outside of your box, I love the giant set. And I think this is a great way to honestly train shoulders, to train arms. I wouldn't do this all the time for back and legs because you just can't load it quite heavy enough. Because that's the one downside of this intensity technique is obviously it's gonna be sub-maximal weight because you're doing 4 to 10 exercises with little to no rest period. But this is really great if you are struggling to fill a muscle, if you're short on time. Like the amount of times I've been on vacation, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna just crush giant sets today, the gym is dead. I get in there, get a huge wicked pump, go home, and I'm hanging out with my family again, have my post-workout meal. So there's a time and place for giant sets. To me, if you have a lagging body part, I really like to hit it early in the week, hard and heavy, very basic, like you'll see in any of the exercises videos on my channel, and then come back later in the week and hit this as a pump day. I'm telling you guys, it just works, it feels great, and it's fun. But there are some caveats, right? You have to train in a dead gym like Chaz and I are out here today. You don't want to have to be fighting for equipment or saying, yo, bro, I'm on that. Like, that's stressful in itself for me. Again, time and a place for this. There are certain body parts that I like. As I said, I think shoulders and arms do really, really well. Like, I like pump days for this. Shoulders, to me, where you can just take the most burn and pump and pain, feel great, right? So there's no reason you couldn't get dumbbells and doing a complete shoulder workout. So you could go side laterals, rear laterals, front raises, Y raises, into shoulder press, and I have 2 sets of dumbbells for all of that, and I did 5 things. And if you want to get a third set of dumbbells, meaning like some light weights, like some 10s, and finish it off with 6 ways, dear God, and then add some band pull aparts on there and some spider crawls, welcome to pain zone. And your shoulders will be blew up. So again, people are gonna ask me too, is like, you know, Chris, I wanna do giant sets, like how many sets, how many reps, blah, blah, blah. Like, so for me, giant sets, I like 8 to 12 reps, so the stereotypical hypertrophy range. Rounds of this after you're already warmed up, so I don't count the warm-up rounds. I like 3 to 4 rounds per rotation. So if you look at that, if I do 5 exercises, 10 reps each, that's 50 total reps. I'm gonna do 5 rounds of that, it's 250 reps for 1 rotation. And then I might come back and finish off, say, with another 5 exercises for 3 rounds, and this is gonna be it for the day. So it's very time efficient, but it's not very space efficient if you don't choose your exercises properly or intelligently. So with this, once a week, mega pump. I like this as a mix-up. If you want to take it for like a deload week to take stress off your joints, meaning so you don't have to use this heavy weight, it's a great opportunity to do that. Still get in the gym, get a pump, have fun. There's lots of ways we can incorporate these guys, but the biggest thing for me that I found in the past when doing them is you have to eat a lot of carbohydrates. And I don't care if you're in prep or not, schedule this on a high carb day if you're gonna do it, because it requires a ton of energy and you burn through calories really quickly. So if you like this video, guys, like, share, and subscribe. That's all things giant sets, or a quick overview at least, and the reasons I like them, and then maybe some downsides to them as well. So again, if you like this video, like, share, subscribe. Until next time, we'll show you volume 6.